Hi, folks, friends, and clients. Today, my video is about buying process for first-time homebuyers and the effect of COVID-19 on them, how the sales process is affected, and how it is taking place in this COVID-19 scenario. Okay, so there will be some tips in this video for first-time homebuyers, and there will be a lot of valuable information in this video. And again, my name is Puneet Bhargava. I am broker associate with Guarantee Real Estate in the beautiful city of Clovis in California, USA. You can easily reach me at 559-274-7025. My DRE number is 01859500. Okay, so for the buying process, I will start from here that there are like three major things in our life. One is obviously to survive, we need food, then clothing, and then housing. So, suppose you want to buy some groceries, some food. You don't have to think too much. You make a list of what you need, take your wallet, credit card, or money in your pocket, go to the grocery store, buy that. You don't have to do too much of planning. Whatever you need, just buy it. It's not a big investment or big expense. Now, suppose you want to buy clothes, you plan your visit to a store, you figure out in your mind, hey, which store will have suitable clothes for me. You go there with your wallet, credit card, and the cash. You just buy the clothes. The good thing is, suppose you have any issues, the size is not good, or you don't like the color, you can always return the clothes in a day, two, or in certain specific time, and you get your money back. Now, the third important thing is the house. So, buying a house is very similar, but not exactly the same. Again, the thing is, when you think, hey, I want a house, I want to buy a house, there are three things which matters here. One thing is, you should be ready, you should be willing, and you should be able to buy a house. What do I mean by ready, willing, and able? So ready means you want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. Willing means you want to take your first step to buy a house. You may be ready, but you may not be willing to take the first step. You may not be willing to go in the whole process. The third thing is you should be able to buy a house. To be to be able to buy the house, remember on the first two purchases, I had told you that you will be gathering your credit card and cash to buy clothes or food. Here, the thing is different because this is going to be a big purchase. Here, the wallet means or able means that either you are going to take a loan or you are going to buy cash. So, 80% of people they take a loan to buy a house because obviously the house is expensive. So in the home buying process, the first thing is your or your ability to buy a house. For that reason, we recommend you to contact a lender, preferably a local lender who talks to you in person, run your credit, run your income, run your loans, your previous loans, car payments, or any other kinds of payments, and then he determines, hey, how much money you can be approved for buying a house. Next step is to figure a house for you. And when I say that, basically what happens is uh, you talk to a real estate agent who set you up on his email system by putting all the criterias like how many bedrooms you need, how big of the house you need, what is the location you need, whether you need a two-story house, a single-story house, you need a pool, what is the age of the house you need, how much is your price range. All those factors matters. The realtor will put you in his email system, which is normally through MLS, and you start getting emails. You will be able to see all the pictures of the houses, their price, their size, all those parameters which have already been set by the realtor for you. In the meantime, your pre-approval is in process. So many times the lenders are able to issue pre-approval just in like a day or within hours. Sometimes they take like 2 3 days, depending on how soon you will be able to supply them their required documents. Okay. Then you start looking for houses. Now you are certain, hey, how much money I can spend in buying a house? What is my price range? Because now your wallet or ability has told you that the lender has told you, hey, how much money you can spend here. Now that you are qualified by a pre-approval, uh, you start looking for houses. Basically, drive by the house, look at the location, look the curb appeal, how the house looks like to you, if it is suitable for you, how much is the distance from your kids' school, how is the school system there, how is the neighborhood, how far are the stores, how far are the restaurants, all those kind of factors. When you are satisfied, in the meantime, your realtor will set up a time to go inside the house and show you the house from inside. Look everything, make a list what you like in the house, what you don't. If there are like refrigerators, washing machines, dryers, what are you looking? And then ask your realtor to give you a comparative market analysis on that house in case you like the house, so that you are certain and sure how much offer you want to make on that house based on the current market value of the house, based on what properties have been sold in the neighborhood, and what was what will be a fair price to offer. Here, when I say fair price, it means in case you will try to lowball a seller, lowball on a house. So many times sellers' egos are hurt, they don't want to deal with your offer. And in case you offer them too high, then also you are losing some money. So many times the sellers have multiple offer, you have to compete with the offer. So price your offer accordingly. Writing an offer means you are putting your offer in writing, your proposal, hey, how much you want to pay for the house, in how many days you will be closing the escrow, how much earnest money you will be putting in the transaction, how much is your loan amount, how much is your down payment, uh, what are the contingencies, suppose you have to sell your own house first and then buy another house, what escrow company you want to use. There are so many closing costs in the transaction, which closing cost goes on which person, like which closing cost you want seller to pay, which closing cost you want to buy, you want to pay. Plus, are you going to be buying a home warranty, which is always recommended with a house? uh, how much home warranty the seller will pay, how much the amount you will be paying, Uh, in case you need seller to leave refrigerator or washer dryer or any furniture, you can specify everything in the offer. It's seller's prerogative. He can counter you and say, hey, I'm not going to leave these things, or I'm going to leave these things, but not this thing. So that is called negotiation process. And in case normally the inspection period for in an offer is 17 days, and the loan contingency is you have to remove the loan contingencies around like 21 days. Okay, so your realtor will negotiate the offer with the seller on your behalf. He will be discussing with you everything. Then, in case your offer is accepted, the seller will open escrow with escrow company. Escrow company is basically a neutral company. Uh, it's a third party company which will keep the earnest money deposit, which will run the title, which will see for any kind of lien, which will do all the paperwork. And slowly, it will record the deed and close the transaction. It will pay all the money wherever the money is due, and you will become the happy owner of the house. Now, during this process, uh, once your offer is accepted, a buyer is supposed to be putting his earnest money deposit in the escrow within like 3 business days. So you put the earnest money deposit, which may be refundable or non-refundable. I will come on that topic later. You put the earnest money deposit and you have to apply for loan within 3 business days to your lender. Remember, the lender had pre-approved you. Now it's your time to apply for the loan, and the lender will start the loan process. In the process, the lender will appoint an appraiser who will do the price valuation on the house. And on the other hand, you are also supposed to do your due diligence. You have 17 days to do that. You will be appointing a home inspection, termite inspection, if you want roof inspection, radon inspection, well inspection. There are so many kinds of inspections. You can go ahead, do everything, or you can do home inspection and termite inspections. Typically, a lot of people just do home inspection and termite inspection, and so many times the home inspection will generally check the roof also. Okay, once you get the home inspection, now you know exactly what you are buying, what are the defects in the house, if the electrical, air conditioner, heating, cooling are working fine. Is there any obvious issue in the house? The home inspection is going to check everything. The termite inspector will also check for termites. He will look at everything, and then both home inspector and termite inspector will give you. Okay. This is one part. Then you will ask for some repairs, whatever are necessary. It's seller's prerogative whether he accepts to do any repairs, or he can simply decline, or he can say, out of these 10 items, I will do only items, I will not do rest of them. It's again a negotiation. And then at that time, the appraiser is already done. Appraiser may come up at the value what you have offered. It may come less or it may come high. The good thing is your lender will not allow you to buy a house which is not as per the appraised value. It means in case you have offered someone 400,000, the appraiser comes at 450,000, then your buying price will not go up. You will still pay 400,000, but you have already an equity of more money. Suppose the value comes 400,000, it means you are buying the house at its appraised value. Suppose the appraiser comes 40,000 less than your offered price. At that time, either you will not have a deal because the price is not matching, or the seller will have to reduce the price, or you will have to come up with more money to make up the gap. Okay, then slowly, in case the seller has done all the repairs, you will get a chance to go in the house again to verify the repairs with your home inspector and termite inspector, and you will do a final walkthrough. In the meantime, the lender would be prepared with like loan documents and the other disclosures. You will sign those, everything, and after some time, the escrow company will close the deal, and you will be the happy buyer. The loan will be closed. You get the keys. So this is the basically in broad way the buying process. Now let's go on the point how the COVID-19 has impacted on our buying system. So basically, due to this COVID, all the buyers and the sellers and real estate agents have to be extra cautious. There are like forms which are to be used. There are like disclosures like this. There is like a P form which has to be signed by buyers and sellers when they are trying to enter the property. The main things are not too many people can go inside the house at the time of showings. Generally, two people and a real estate agent are supposed to be going inside the house to maintain proper social distancing, that they have to be apart by 6 feet. The other thing will be uh, they are supposed to be wearing gloves and masks like this, any kind of mask, and whatever they touch, that has to be sanitized again. And the buyers or the agents are not supposed to be touching too many things, and whatever they have touched, sanitize it after the showing. And there is a proper disclosure that in case someone generates is affected by COVID, after that they must inform the buyer or the opposite party. So this is kind of an agreement between buyer and seller of like exemption of risk, that in case they are going inside the house, they are taking a risk of getting infected by COVID. So COVID has impacted little bit. So that is why there are like virtual tours. Nowadays, we are remotely showing the property, virtual open houses, and once it is necessary to go inside the house, we are arranging the showings with lot of caution. So this is the buying process in this time, and I think this video has given you some insights of buying process during this corona time. If you like the video, subscribe my channel, like, and put your comment how you like the channel so that I can improve the channel. Again, my name is Puneet Bhargava. You can easily reach me at 559-274-7025. Uh, Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. Bye.